All right. Hey, everybody. What is happening? So, as you probably know, I am Janine. I am the quote unquote other half of Animals in Denial, i.e., Christian. He will possibly be joining us as soon as he's able to, but if not, that's fine. I'm here. So, I'm actually just giving an update today. So, we are working on a lot of things. He is in the process of, we're getting ready to set up the next release. So we're working on that still. We haven't got an exact date yet, but there will be another Crash Course Volume 3 coming, as well as 4 in the coming months. And they are going to be awesome, of course, as you know. And we'll update everybody as soon as we have an exact date of when that's going to be. On top of that, he is also getting ready to really, really bust out some stuff. And there's going to be some new things coming. I don't have an exact time frame, but I want to say that it is going to be probably early in the year that is going to have some, we're going to have a totally new album coming out. But more on that later, of course. As far as the live stream goes, last week we had some technical difficulties. I had some technical difficulties. If you don't see me during the live stream, it's because you can't. I am behind the camera, behind the computer, and behind the sound. And there was, like I said, little technical difficulty last week, but we got it worked out. And now everything will be fine. And of course, we still have our talking streams that we will be doing in here. He will be likely joining more often, but at the moment he is a little bit indisposed. So if he is able to join, he will. But like I said, if he doesn't make it here in time, that's fine. Now, with the live streams, we are going to be working out. Of course, you will see live streams with him performing. We may do some live streams like this instead of sitting in here talking. We may be going into the live room to do some more live streaming there, and he'll play some different jams, maybe some new stuff, maybe some new riffs. We'll see what we'll see what we're feeling with that, but we're definitely going to be doing more. Sometimes Cooper may join us here. Maybe him and Cooper, or me and Cooper. Could be anything. We're kind of just going to keep you guessing on that, but we're working on things, trying to get everything set the way we want it to be. But in the meantime, he is diligently working on different things, new stuff, making sure everything is ready for the live streams and for the next releases. And so you will be seeing more. We, of course, have Facebook and Instagram where things are posted. I do post some things on TikTok as well. So you'll see things there. And I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else. Okay, so YouTube. So there is content being made. Christian is working on a lot of different things. So you can go onto YouTube. And, of course, on YouTube right now there is some videos, some old videos from live shows that we've done in the past. There's also some new content coming in. He is working on contents with tools that he's been using, likes to use, as well as there's Christian, as well as some albums and songs of the week. These are going to be his favorite albums, and of course the songs from those albums that he loves so much. And there'll be more content coming soon. We are working every week. We'll have something new for you. And then, of course, we will be working on something else that I'm not going to go into right now. I'm not going to reveal that yet. But you'll know about it when it comes. So in the meantime, just keep up with us. Like I said, you can find us on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook, actually. Both of us are there. But Animals in Denial is on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So there's always something going on. There's always something around.
Always something. Always something.
I don't know if you can hear him, but he said always something. So, but
Lots of somethings. Lots of somethings.
there you
Always
go.
something.
Lots of somethings, always something. Yes. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, just when you get a chance, go check out YouTube. Go look for the content there. Tool of the week, song of the week, album of the week. Not in that order, actually. More like tool of the week, album of the week, song of the week. And then, of course, the live streams will be coming up there as well. You can watch us live there on volume.com, also on Instagram and Facebook. You can see us there as well. Um, we don't have an exact date for the next releases yet, but we're working on that. So we will update everything. I make sure that updates will go out for everybody to see. We are also going to be starting the monthly newsletter coming up very soon, within the next 2 months. So if you get a chance, go to animalsindenial.com. You can sign up there with your email, and you also get a free download of a remix that was done by his friend Raytrack. Raytrack is from Japan.
Yes.
Yes, Japan. So it's an amazing remix. Raytrack is fantastic, so definitely check that out. Like I said, it's a free download if you just put your email address in, and of course, then you'll be getting that monthly newsletter as well with all kinds of updates. That being said, do you have anything you need to add? We've pretty much I've covered that we've got um, Crash Course Volumes 3 and 4 coming soon. They're working on the release dates for that. The live streams will continue. Sometimes Cooper will be here with us talking, and that we will also be doing some probably in the live room, that are not necessarily performance streams, but more like this, where you're playing stuff, what have you. What else? Oh,
We don't. We have to test some of this stuff, and like we'll use the stream. Some of them will be a test to see how it sounds. But yeah, we're doing lots of stuff, all the stuff. I'm
I also
working on
mentioned.
ways to keep things interesting.
Yeah, I also mentioned that you've been working on a lot of new stuff. So
I'm always
probably,
working on new stuff.
yes, he is always working on new stuff. We won't go into how many things he has. That's too many. Way a lot.
Put it out as fast as you'll listen to it.
Right, actually. Absolutely. So, new stuff, probably.
Much as you want to.
New stuff will probably be earlier in the year, I'm thinking. What do you think?
It depends on when. So, I believe the plan. So there were 10 of these Crash Course EPs when I divided them. Then I decided, in my infinite wisdom, or I just thinking about it and listening to stuff and what felt right to do, and part of the whole thing of the Crash Course is like this band, like this. I make what I like, and I like just about every style of music. Actually, I don't think there is a style of music that I don't like. I don't like everything from that style, but I do like every style of music. So my main jam is this rock thing, but like everything I listen to gets filtered through that, and so it's like I never run out of ideas because I'm always finding something new to listen to, and that sparks something else, and it's like they could it could literally be three notes that they use together that spark a thing, and it's like I'm teaching my oldest son how to play, and the thing I told him was like, just focus on your right hand, because it's like this thing actuates everything and stuff, and a lot of this stuff gets the samey. You know, you can only do this and this stuff, only so many ways and stuff like that. And so if you use this hand is what will keep it. Your right hand will always keep it interesting for you. If you're a lefty, your left hand. Um, but yeah, like that'll always keep it interesting. So that's long way of saying, it's like if I hear a germ of a germ of an idea can spark an entire song where it's like, ooh, I like that sound that's in a thing, and it's all kinds of stuff. When I was in more of an industrial mode, it's like a clinking, you know, freezer unit inside a refrigerator could spark a idea for a beat or a tone, and it's like then you're messing around with your synthesizer, you're tweaking knobs and stuff, and you're like trying to tweak you're trying to make a sound you heard in the real world, and then you figure out, oh, I can just use a recorder and record it and kind of sample the real world. It's an interesting thing, but sometimes that's what does it. Sometimes one of my heaviest industrial vibe ish songs, a song called No Use, that was seriously inspired by a Janet Jackson song. Um, I was listening to it. I saw a music video for it for some reason. I don't know what I was watching. I think I was on Daily Motion or something. I don't know, but I was on some website and I seen this video. And I was like, huh. And it just something struck me about it, and I was like, bopping. I'm like, yeah, it's got a good beat, it's got a good bass line, blah blah blah. But there was a lick in there that I was like, ooh, that jumped out at me. And so the first thing, like, it's like I'm messing around with stuff, and I'm like, I got this thing that I want to put this in, and I played this guitar thing that was very much inspired by what I heard in that song. In fact, like it's like if I it's like I stole part of the lick, the main lick for that riff from that song. I just played it, it was an inspired by kind of thing. And I did a different thing with it, so it's like when I say these things, I don't mean I one for one stole it exactly, did that. No, it's just like, if there's three notes in the thing that they used, I'm stealing two of them and doing another one, swapping one out for something else, or moving something, or adding something to it to where it's not the same thing. Because it's like, the way I tend to write music, and like even the songs that don't have guitars in it, it's like they were written with a guitar. The vocals follow more with what the guitar melodies and stuff are doing more than the beat. So that's one of the things that sets Animals apart from other stuff. It's like a lot of stuff is driven with the beat and stuff like that, and the words are on beat and blah 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 and stuff like that. But it's like you can have words that end up lining up with the beat because the guitar lines enough on beat, and if you do that, like, you get an interesting thing. And do it to set up on purpose to be interesting or anything like that. I was just thinking of different ways to put together songs and stuff, and like that's one of the things that I like to mess with, is not only the instrumentation and the tone and stuff like that, but also in the way that the songs are structured. So it's like, does it have a it's obviously it's going to have a verse. Does it start on the verse, or does it start with an intro, or does it start with a chorus, or does it it's like, how many verses, how many choruses, is there a pre-chorus, do you want to have a bridge, do you want to come back around, like there's all these things that you can play around with and stuff to get interesting music. Like one of the songs Animals has called So Long You're Gone, and it's a song where the music, like I basically wanted to see if I could write a song with one formal chorus but still make it like 3 minutes long. So there was that kind of thing. So I did that, and that was fun. But like, any way that there's a way to make a song, a lot of the stuff that was done, in 2016 and Millennial and those records and stuff, those were largely inspired by like a thing that I picked up on in a lot of the rap and hip hop that I liked, where it was like, the beats don't have these big time signature changes like the stuff like Tool and stuff I was listening to and stuff before and stuff. There's nothing weird or wonky about that stuff, but the rest of the music and the melody and stuff change, and it really creates a sense of movement. Like, it makes it feel like the drums changed some, and largely they didn't. Maybe some extra fills or something here or there, but the core beat, the main backbeat, didn't really change. And so that got me to thinking, like, you could make some really fucking cool rock music like that too. It's like where it's just like right there in your face. It's stripped down to the bare bones of the song and stuff, and like I still managed to get guitar solos and stuff. There was still space for big guitar solos. There was, one time there's two of them, and it didn't limit, my playing in any kind of way. In fact, it kind of opened up, it made it lend itself to guitar stuff, guitar parts really well because it was like you had this, you had a constant heartbeat that you could kind of wrap around to, and you could always kind of get back to that one because it was just going and driving. So those kind of things and stuff like that gets you really neat stuff. Um, I've been listening to a lot of other stuff now, a lot of stuff, and everything else that I've ever liked and listened to. And so this next batch of stuff, it's like the stuff that I'm currently working on now. Like this is not including the stuff that's in the 900 folder. I literally can show you a
I
folder.
still wasn't gonna say how
well,
many there were, but
well,
that's ridiculous.
it's divided up over 4 folders, basically, and that's not counting ModCon stuff or any of the stuff that like I do, like side projects. There's a certain thing that I'm listening to when I'm crafting stuff that sparks out as animals. It's like, and it's basically, it's like the hard rule is like, can I sing something on it? Will it fit with my voice or the ways that I can use my voice? And so, okay, if it does, then that goes in the animals pile. I'll make stuff all the time that like I can't do anything on. Like there's that's not even the folder we're counting the 900 and something. That's just animal stuff. This stuff is just stuff that it's like I've given beats to rappers. I've used them on different production client stuff. Like I've given my sister. I've done tracks for my sister even that I've got there that I want her to sing stuff on top of. You know, my wife has a side project. She has a project too that like that's started with stuff. I was like, okay, this really isn't going anywhere. She comes in and listens to it, and it's, it already got poetry stuff that fits with the stuff, and it's fitting her vibe, and actually sits right with her voice. It's like, well, I guess I made that for you. So and that's how those things, and it's like I just don't look. I don't pigeonhole whatever the sounds I'm getting in my head. It's like I just want to get them out to the thing, and
it
like
finds you.
and however they get there, it's cool. It's fine by me. Basically, it's like and sometimes like it's funny how they start. It's like Operator started with the guitar thing and Ableton and stuff, and then ended up not actually having any guitar parts in it once the song was done. Which you'll hear that and stuff. That'll be out soon. I think the video's still on Vivo, but like anyway, yeah, that song doesn't have any actual guitars, and I play an acoustic version of it, which is, it's like to play it acoustically. There's some spots that work where it's like, yeah, I know what I said about the thing on beat and stuff. There's some spots on there where it's like you need the beat to keep going with the vocal line, so that's why I had to tweak the song to make it work acoustically and stuff. And it's, it works, but it's a different thing. But like, yeah, I will. This new stuff that I'm really keen on, that I really want to do. It's kind of like everything full circle. It's like the stuff that's in the pile of the 900. It's 971. That's what's in those folders.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot.
And it's all stuff that fits with what animals does and stuff like that. Like, and there's, it's like I keep wanting to do something with animals that's just completely instrumental, a la Ghosts, Nails kind of style thing, but like it just feels too much like copying that thing or something like that. And like when I end up doing that, when I end up making instrumental stuff, it's like the only thing, like I've been able to make like vignettes kind of thing, like on M Theory, the double album. Like there's these openers that are titled after string theory things, but anyway, Super and Bosonic, and anyway, they open and close, open and close strings. Anyway, they do these things like they're at the beginning and end of each side of the album. So, disc one opens with one, closes with one. Disc two opens with one, closes with two, and I can make a piece of that. But they're never more than a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes long and stuff. And it's like, so it's like maybe it's a collection of stuff like that, but like I've been able to get something that feels like a complete thing. It's like those were created to fit where they were, if that makes any sense. It's like I made those to open up the record, close the record, open up this side, close this side. They were done on purpose that way, and so I haven't figured out a way to do it where there's a whole album's worth of that where it makes a statement, it has something to say. So, because it mostly ends up doing something where it's like it goes into a direction that's not really animals. Like it's not referencing anything that's animals, and so it's like then we tend to throw that stuff in the ModCon pile, to be perfectly honest. So it's like you'll hear that stuff if you listen to ModCon and stuff, but which is just short for, it's an abbreviation for Modern Convenience. And
there'll be more of that too.
Kind of the joke of it's a, I like to have a little joke, a little humor in the names of stuff sometimes, but not necessarily be what you think it is, that kind of thing. But like, so it's just short for Modern Convenience. It's like their song, the whole project happened because it's like I have all this leftover stuff that's unfinished, or gets to a really high level, and then just kind of gets, I figure out it's not going to work for animals, and so I'm like, okay, put that to the side. I don't delete it. Now, if it's crap, I do. That's the other thing too. It's like
but you don't delete much.
The crappy stuff. No, I delete quite a bit.
Really?
Like if I do,
I didn't know that.
once it gets to the guitar recording phase, no. Once I start recording anything, if I'm just messing around with MIDI or messing around with the synthesizer stuff, there are experiments that go way wrong. That don't lead to anything, or box you kind of in a corner where it's like, okay, this is, no, we're not doing this. We're not the Wonder stuff. So, no offense to the Wonder stuff, just that's not us. So, didn't, it's like those things just don't go further. And I've got a good ear for editing that. There's only one Animal song that I did that, like, I love the music for, the instrumentation. It's the only one lyrically that doesn't mean anything. That's not out, and I don't even think that's part of the crash course. The old versions of all the records and stuff will be back. I just wanted to set the record straight with the Crash Course, the Revisited series. And the reason it's a crash course is because it's taking all these desperate style changes and stuff, because it's like, it's kind of like a playlisty band. It's like, if you listen to the entire catalog, you're going to go through so many different style changes, but it's still the same band. Like, that's the thing if I'm proud of anything, I'm most proud of is being able to mix in whatever styles I want to in the stew and still have it be the same, sound like it's coming from one place, like it's coming from the same place, without it being the samey, and it's like that's.
If anyone's listened to your stuff, it's hard for you to be samey.
Yeah, it's like it's like it's like
every genre.
Yeah, it's like I got into flamenco style of playing for a little bit and stuff. I had some music college graduates in my band. I had a string of those for a while. It was fine. It was fun. But it's been fun playing with everybody I've played with. Like it really has. Like to anybody who we played live with before and stuff like that and stuff. It was fun. Like, and to me, that's kind of what's gotten me the most interested in lately. It's like it's been harder to find a lineup. I don't know where I want to actually live, state-wise, and or even country-wise. But that's another discussion for another day. But like it's like I like having that there's been, it used to bother me that it was kind of a revolving door of people that came in to play live and stuff. But now it's actually kind of, I've looked at it as like, it's kind of fun that you get to put together these things, because then playing the same songs, gets interesting because it's like I've never been that strict. Well, I was at first, and I didn't like the way it sounded, and it's like we did something one day where it was just like we just jammed through it, but it was a different thing. Wasn't playing the exact thing, but it worked. I was still able to sing. So I was like, you know what? As long as I'm able to sing and emote the parts that I need to emote the way I want to, I'm okay with us playing these songs differently. I'm okay with us getting together as a band and deciding as a unit, okay, we're gonna play this song this way. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of that and stuff. And it's been really cool. It's like the few times we've been able to do everything completely live, so actual live drummer, because that's usually the only thing we ran tracks for were drums. Everything else, was played by somebody and stuff. And it's just finding the drummer to commit to playing the stuff that we like. I use a lot of different drum samples and styles and things and stuff. So it's like it's not an easy feat for Animals to find a drummer.
No.
Like you really need to be like out there to be able to do it. It's like some of the drumming and stuff, like some of the stuff that I programmed, like I would have a harder time. Like I figured out how to play this stuff on drums, but there's this one song, I See You Oh, like I can't get I can't get my right leg to move in that way that it needs to move for that beat, where it's like without having one of the programmed layers for it go underneath and be triggered, because it's so consistent and tied on and stuff. And deeply tied into the song. And what's funny is it doesn't even go out in the entire song, but it's like if you lose it, you can't sing the chorus.
We're probably losing less
Um,
backing tracks than some people I've seen on stages recently.
oh yeah, like it's like no,
It's
I
a
don't
thing
use
now.
them for vocals. The
No.
only thing vocally that we use them for now, there's some songs where I got kind of fancy with the vocal harmonies and stuff, and if it's just me singing and Janine, it's not enough voices to make the thing
Yeah, there's
work.
like four
And
different
like
harmonies.
nobody, like you know, people don't sound exactly like me, so it's like that one's been. It's one of the things we really got to rehearse it. So it's like once it's like if I can get well, when I do have a fuller band, we'll do even the backing vocals will be done by the band and stuff. And no, it probably won't sound exactly like the record, but that'll be the fun part
That's
because
the
it
point of
won't
live,
sound like
though.
the record.
I mean, it
Um,
sounds enough
and
like it.
exactly. That's the kind of the trick and stuff. Is for me is like I want it to sound enough like the record so you know what song we're playing. Like, because I used to honestly hate it when a band would play a radically different version of a hit. And it's like I remember like getting a live DVD of some band or VHS tape, and like I'm
VHS.
watching this thing, and they go to play the big hit, and they play some, and it's a fast rocker, like big blow out the arena rock, and then they play this
Weird
slowed down
version.
thing, or like if anybody's seen the Demystifying the Devil VHS tape, the performance in 1996. I wasn't happy with it because it's like I wanted the right dun, 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 but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was
It's
different,
just
though.
it wasn't the speed metal thing that I wanted and stuff like that at the time. Like I was a younger guy, so it was you know everything had to be really hard and really fast, and that was all I wanted to listen to. And so it was like, and that was my favorite song from Antichrist Superstar. So when we talk about that, y'all have to hold me to that if that's still the song of the week, because that album's coming up. It's one of those. It's a classic.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
But yeah, like this. Point is, it's like the Crash Course thing. Round it back. It's meant to give you a kind of dosing of all of the albums, because there were 111 songs that were released. 112. Okay, yeah, 112 that were released. Well, the operator acoustic.
Still counts. Not the same.
Okay. Well, anyway, 111 plus an acoustic version
you
that's
go.
different from the other thing. Well, yeah, I guess 112. Anyway, and so it's like catalog like was starting to get a little bit to be like One Piece, where it's like how do you get somebody into this? Because it's like, oh, here's this thing that's cool, but then this is, and if you didn't follow along with the thing, so this was a way to give a sampling across the board of what the breaking it down in smaller chunks and giving a sampling across the board of what this thing became and what it is like, and so what to expect, you know, next, where it's like, because it's like, if you'll notice there's a theme where I started out with a smaller bag of tricks, and as I've made more songs, I don't get rid of any of the tricks that are in the bag. I just keep getting a bigger bag because I keep getting more tricks to put in the bag, and so those things come along, and so everything I listen to ends up coming out into the stuff. Like, I'm still like really like, it's like the root of my filter is like is late 80s, 90s, really that mid 90s alternative kind of scene into the new metal thing that happened. But I borrow all the way back from the 60s and the 50s, 70s, and the 80s, early 80s. And then now it's like a lot of stuff that, there's stuff that in the early aughts now, in the 10s, 2015, 2016, 2017. There's a lot of stuff that is getting in there, but it's like, again, it's going to get funneled through this Lollapalooza alternative rock kind of, Y2K brain. So, it's like it gets thrown through these things, and I think it's neat. I haven't gotten to the point where I've stopped finding new bands and new things to listen to and stuff. And there's a lot of cool stuff that's happening in independent stuff, with not just rock but rap, electronic stuff. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff out there that like is going below a lot of people's radar, but there's a lot of people finding it too. It's like, it's one of my favorite things about the internet and the modern music industry is it's made it so it's like, you really don't have to, you really can kind of march to your own, the beat of your own drummer. You can really, and if you, if you push, you can find the audience that's out there for that stuff. And it's like, and it takes looking at stuff through different lenses and stuff. I would always like source what you think people will think. Talk to people. Bounce ideas off of people and stuff like that. That's pretty much what we do. It's like we've, really good friends, really a team that helps us with things, and so, it's one of those things. But there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. I'm not name dropping anybody on purpose because it's not what I'm here to do right now, but because this thing would turn into hours long if I started talking about all the bands that I've liked or found, and yeah, and we don't have that kind of time tonight.
No.
But yeah, more of that stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff to say about a lot of things and stuff coming up in a lot of videos. But know that the Crash Course series, there's either going to be 6 or 8 of them in total. And then by then all the old stuff will be back, so you can compare and contrast. And you'll notice I didn't revisit everything because some stuff, it's like, that's what it is. It's close enough. But the stuff that I revisited, no, there was a point. There was it's like there was stuff I couldn't do because it's like you'd be running the mix, and like at the time the computer power was low there. It just, I didn't have the RAM to actually run. You would play something in Logic, and you'd only be able to listen to so many seconds of it before you get a system overload thing and stuff. And so it made adding layers and adding parts and mixing like it, really fine tuning things the way I wanted to. It made it really hard to do, and so it took a long time, and like I still wasn't satisfied with the result. And so then I let kind of stack this stuff in the back of my head, and finally decided, thanks to actually it was her and my children's urging that I really pushed the revisited thing first because it's like I was working in just new stuff and stuff, but it was like no, let's do this. Since I've got this stuff, I had already started messing around with it and remixing things and stuff like that, and playing around when we were listening to it, before everybody else was listening to it, and so like, yeah, let's do this. So got around to doing that, and I got, it's like I kind of like the idea. It's I got around to where I really like, it's like it's a summary, you know. Brief overview of the band. Like, okay, look, this is gives you a range and scope of what they can do. There's still some stuff to find, but this gives you a representation of the depths, the extremes.
A crash course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a crash course. So I wish somebody would do that for One Piece. Like just take all the series, like all the seasons, and like do like a because it's like I want to get into it. There's just so many episodes.
How many are there? Jeez.
Too many.
Too many. God.
More than Dragon Ball.
Oh damn.
Z.
Okay. Right. You have to be like specific on that. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
No, I think it's like more than all of Dragon Ball.
Jesus.
Like all.
That's insanity.
The Dragon Ball. Z.
Even the Unreal.
GT. Yeah, even GT. Maybe even Evolution. I saw a funny meme where it was all the other like Dragon Ball GT, Z, Dragon Ball Super, and they were all like beating the crap out of Dragon Ball Evolution.
What's that?
That was the movie.
Oh God.
That they did.
That was awful.
With the guy from Shameless.
That was terrifying.
Yes, it was. It was. I don't really like the shit on things and stuff,
but
that was
bad.
objectively bad. That was.
Oh my God.
That was almost like that one Steve Jobs movie with Ashton Kutcher in it, where he starts walking funny halfway through the movie for no reason.
No, that wasn't good either. And there was
No, they made Woz fat in that, and like Woz wasn't even fat.
No, there was a lot of inaccuracies in that. Even Woz said so.
Yeah, it was funny though. It's a well done movie. So it's kind of like if you watch it, like it's about a guy that's based on a guy based off of Steve Jobs.
Pirates of Silicon Valley was good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was probably like the best.
Yeah, it is.
Best version.
Yeah.
Of all that. Anyway.
If you like. Yeah, like it's
super nerds over here.
Yeah, but
okay.
It's like mean people fighting mean people. It's like Mean Girls for nerds.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I told Chelsea.
Woz was nice.
I married the
Woz
hot
was
nerd.
super nice.
He was.
And a freaking legend.
Is still.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, is still. He done was.
Yeah, because Woz is going
Woz
strong.
is the shit. Yeah.
Every time I see anything with Woz's face in, I just click on it.
Kind of have to.
So you could kind of if people are listening, you could probably sell me stuff with just Woz's faces on it. But
Stop.
I got that book, I Was. I was like, yes, go.
All right.
Anyway.
I'm sealing this back now. Anyway, so that's pretty much update. Like I said, the Crash Course Volume 3 and 4, we will have some release dates for you soon. So you can find updates. Updates get posted, everywhere you can find something from Animals, whether it's, TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And of course, if you are on Twitter, by all means, follow Animals. You get a lot of Christian's great anecdotes there all the time. So check everything out. Animals.
Car pictures.
Yes, car pictures. Make sure you go to animalsintonow.com. Put your email in so you get that free download of that remix from Raytrack for Operator. And also so you can get the monthly newsletter, which again will be starting up in the next couple of months. So I will have you all if you're going to get added to that, you will all be seeing those in your inbox very soon. Live stream next week will likely be in the live room. So It will be in the live room. I said likely, but that's the
Likely,
Michigan speak. I can't help it sometimes.
probably, possibly,
The Michigan speak of it'll likely be in there means it'll
more
be in
than
there.
likely.
All right. Well, that's everything tonight, though. We just wanted to make sure you got updated
Possibly
and
likely.
stop. It's not that bad. Goodness gracious, he makes it sound like I'm so bad. Anyways,
She's not so bad. I don't know why she's just.
I have
so
Michigan
bad.
speak.
Oh,
All
I
of
don't
my
really
friends
know
from
what that is.
all of my friends from Michigan know exactly what I'm talking about because they have it too. Michigan speak is a whole different thing.
I
And
was a
then
Navy brat, so it just all sounds like talking. And wherever I
it is
go,
all just talking.
it's like you give me 15 minutes and stuff. I'll just start talking like whoever I'm around. It's not something I do on purpose. It's just
Well,
like at this job, when I was like
if you go
15
where I
or
grew up, you'll sound
16, I
Canadian.
was doing stuff like with laying carpet and stuff with these guys from New York, and I would come home with this like New York accent every day, and like have to took like a couple of hours to. Like my mom's like, "Why are you yelling?"
New
Because
Yorkers.
we're driving around in these vans. They called trucks.
But they're vans.
They're vans, and they're looking at me and talking to me while they're driving. And it's like, okay, road. But anyway, those dudes were great. Those dudes were awesome. Barry and Jerry, they were cool.
Jesus. New York speak. Well, Michigan speak, like I said, I see one of my Michigan friends now, but you all know what I'm talking about, Michigan speak. I do it a lot, and I have not changed that, and I really need to get better about it because sometimes people look at me like they have no idea what the hell I'm saying. I get it. I know what I'm talking about, but nobody else does. So, anyways, so that's the update for now. We will see you all next week on the live stream. You will not see me, but you will hear me unless I step out in front of the camera, but don't count on it. I will likely be behind the camera. So, we will see you all then. Oh, of course, as always,